Welcome back to OPTCG Central, your hub for all things One Piece card game related. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really helps us bring you more One Piece TCG matches and more.
But I personally, and I know you agree, think it's a great addition to the deck in the current meta. The tempo play against if you go into Emu destroys it. And then on an ace, if you take curve away from them and you reduce a Don, also very dangerous. So we'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to play Lim quite a bit, and Magellan was a key piece for me in this particular deck. So we'll see if that's included in this deck. But as you say, the ability to cheat out Odyssey cards and to be able to ramp a Don each turn really makes this leader really, really strong. And when you're playing cards off the leader effect, you're not playing cards from hand essentially. So there are certain new cards like Shanks, which when you drop it on the 10 Don turn and then you restand all your Don, you can still activate leader effects and play out another character, whether that be an offensive card or a blocker or something that might be useful to be able to give you a more secure board state. A Lim can still do that with that really powerful Shanks card in this deck.
And pack a hell of a lot of punch that turn as well with all that
Oh,
restood
yeah,
Don. But
absolutely.
we're seeing Lim here starting quite strong. I presume they won dice roll and stole curve off ace, but maybe the ace won dice roll and decided, I don't want you to ramp into lots of bodies. But Lim already setting up the zero power Lim. Fantastic card, because at the end of its turn it
Oh,
restands an Odyssey body. So just protecting you, really so key. Just protecting
yeah,
one of your bodies to keep that tempo against ace, which
yeah,
throughout the show we've talked about, right? How we need that tempo against ace. You need that tempo against Emu.
absolutely. But yeah, that Lim just sits there, restands an Odyssey character every turn. You just have it sitting there. Perfect turn one play. And now you got the Don Quixote do Flamingo out as well. Again, you'll be able to restand if you bring another character out. Again, that character plus the Doflamingo can restand. So that Lim's such an important part of getting everything on board and staying on board, forcing your opponent to swing into your life rather than your characters. So really, really good to see that turn one indeed on the board. But now let's see 7 Donald ready for Haahn. Can he find an optimum play here? Try and start imposing a bit of pressure here. Starts off with a 6k by the looks of it. He's thinking about doing the 6k swing. Having second thoughts now.
Lots of options, you could get the Sabo out, which allows on the next turn to draw cards on the swing. You could play the Mihawk that restands a body, which potentially is what we could be seeing here. Big swing from Dofi,
Yep.
playing the Mihawk out to restand and swing again, to then restand itself at the end of the turn for the blocker.
Yeah, and as you say, here it comes. Mihawk comes out, swings. Another swing, 9k swing from that Don Quixote do Flamingo blocker. And we see Ezo being activated. Draw one, place a card at the bottom of your deck.
Really nice that it's not trash, so you're giving no information to your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. And counters out.
Ooh, promo law there. A really good card. Very
Yeah,
strong
interesting
card.
inclusion here. So promo number 9, which is on play if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, your opponent adds 1 card from their life area to their hand. So again, when you play that card, you're essentially getting your opponent to have to take a life just by on playing.
Yes, it's very strong into both Emu and Ace, so I can see it. But here we see Ace doing what Ace has been doing, drops the Jozu, bounces a Searcher back to hand, bounce the Don Quixote do Flamingo back to just stop that blocker tempo, and then just swung 6-7 with the Yamato and the leader. So,
Yep, and we were talking about that Shanks, and here he is. So 10 cost Shanks drops, all 10 Don restood now. You can divvy them up between your leader and your characters, but you can still do the 3 Don leader effect to be able to bring out another character. Just correcting there, the Shanks does come out rested.
Could we see... What could we see come out here? Could Don Quixote do Flamingo come back out now? We see a simple 6.
Yeah, just a 6 into Yamato. Still 9 Don available here. We'd expect 3 of those to be used to play out a character, but 6 Don's still available. So the Mihawk's now going to swing into the Yamato, nice and big, getting rid of the Yamato. Leader effect.
Mihawk?
Looks like it's going to be another, Mihawk.
To restand the Mihawk, because it's just Odyssey character, so it can restand its fellow Mihawks. The pressure here, the pressure being built.
Yeah, absolutely. Clearing that Yamato off board, forcing all those counters as well, and then having that big swing into life as well, dropping our ace player, Nikolay, down to 1 life now. Just a Jozu and a measly Garp Searcher on board.
Exact reason why we were saying earlier that we believe Lim as an outside shadow running chance. The raw aggro aggression it can provide here. You think next turn, you've got the Shanks to contest with. The 2 Mihawks, if they're not removed, the leader swing is very dangerous. And potentially, he could have a 3rd Mihawk in hand and restand one of the Mihawks.
Yeah.
And it's all kinds of danger.
Exactly. 4 cards in hand for the Lim player. So we do see the 10 cost. Edward Newgate being dropped.
Trashing a Whitebeard. Interesting.
So 2 Don attached to leader, 2 Don onto Garp here. And then we're seeing a swing into the Mihawk that was rested. Now we see a 5k swing from that Garp. Are you going to 1k counter out of this?
This is the one you need to, really, because you've still got a
swing
7 coming at you.
Exactly. Ooh, decides to take that.
It's a very interesting choice.
Yep.
And he took the last one as well. Very interesting. Is this Haahn going for game? Is this a signal he will go for game?
Looks like it is, because at this point, he is susceptible to Roger dropping and potentially taking the game here. So he does have to finish this off here. Does he have another Mihawk in hand to be able to close the game out? What can he do here? Thinking long and hard now.
I feel like when playing into Ace, when it's a simple 1k counter to ensure you're at 1 life, it's a very good play to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It then still gives you choice on whether you want to switch, because at this point you could focus on trying to get rid of the Garp and the Jozu, and then still put blockers down. But here we see Dead Man's Game, the first one of the day, even though we've seen 2 Zoro games earlier today.
There is a Mihawk in hand as well. I've just seen it. So this is going to be an interesting turn indeed. He is going to go for game here. Takes the life. Draws a card. He has a lot of cards in hand. He's going all in here with it. Oh, and he passes. Yeah. And that's game. Yep. Unfortunately, Haahn. Yeah, very quick indeed. Unfortunately, Haahn just didn't have anything there. He tried to push for game there with the Mihawk and just wasn't enough. Was that the